This is Act 5, Scene 1. It is the famous comic relief scene. And we have two gravediggers or clowns who are having a discussion while digging Ophelia's grave.
A churchyard. Enter two clowns, the spades, etc.
Is she to be buried in a Christian burial that willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is, and therefore make her grave straight. The crowner hath sat on her, and finds a Christian burial.
How can that be, unless she drowned herself in her own defense?
So, in the Catholic Church, suicide is a sin, and if you commit suicide, you are not allowed to be buried or go to heaven, and that's what the clowns are debating.
Why, 'tis found so.
It must be se offendendo. It cannot be else. For here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act, and an act hath three branches. It is to act, to do, to perform. Argal, she drowned herself wittingly.
Nay, but hear you, good man, Delver.
The first clown is going to say argal a lot, and in case you're wondering what that means, it comes from the word ergo, so it means therefore.
Give me leave. Here lies the water. Good. Here stands the man. Good. If the man go to this water and drown himself, it is willy-nilly.
So this is the expression, if you ever heard of it, willy-nilly, and Shakespeare coined it.
He goes, mark you that. But if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns not himself. Argal, he that is not guilty of his own death shortens not his own life.
What is this law?
Aye, marry it is. Commoner's quest law.
Well, you have the truth on it. If this had not been a gentlewoman, she should have been buried out of Christian burial.
So the clowns are saying that the only reason Ophelia is getting a proper burial is because she's a noble woman, and if she wasn't, she would have not been honored by the church.
Why, there thou sayest. And the more pity that great folk should have countenance in this world to drown or hang themselves, more than they're even Christian. Come, my spade. There's no ancient gentlemen, but gardeners, ditchers, and gravemakers. They hold about his profession.
Was he a gentleman?
He was the first that ever bore arms.
Why, he had none.
What? Art a heathen? How dost thou understand the scripture? The scripture says, Adam digged. How can you dig without arms? I'll put another question to thee. If thou answerest me to the purpose, confess thyself.
Go to.
What is he that builds stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker, for that frame outwits 1,000 tenants.
So a gallows maker, a gallows where you get hanged, so the gallows maker makes the frame in the news, and he's saying that 1,000 tenants used that and died because they were hanged.
I like thy wit well, in good faith. The gallows does well, but how does it well? It does well to those that do in. Now thou dost ill to say the gallows is built stronger than the church. Argal, the gallows may do well to thee. To it, again, come.
Who builds stronger than a mason, a shipwright, or a carpenter?
Ah, tell me that, and unyoke.
Marry, now I can tell.
To it.
Mass, I cannot tell.
Enter Hamlet and Horatio at a distance.
Cudgel thy brains no more about it, for your dull ass will not mend his pace with beating. And when you are asked this question next, say a grave maker. The houses he makes last until doomsday. Go, get thee to Yagin, fetch me a stoop of liquor.
Exit second clown. He digs and sings.
In youth, when I did love, methought it was very sweet to contract, oh, the time, for my behove, oh, methought there was nothing beat.
Once again, Hamlet is challenging his beliefs on death in this scene. He's finding new perspectives throughout the novel, and this is one of his ideas about death.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making?
Custom hath made it him a property of Theseus.
'Tis even so, with the little hand of little women hath a daintier sense.
Here, Hamlet is upset at how nonchalantly the gravediggers are while they work in the graveyard, but Horatio points out that digging graves has lost its meaning after working in the graveyards for so long. That is why they are able to crack jokes while they do it.
But each with his stealing steps hath clawed me into his clutch, and happened to ship into land, and I've never been such.
Throws up a skull.
That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. How the knave jaws it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone that did the first murder. It might be the pate of a politician, with his ass now overreaches, one that could circumvent God, might it not?
It might, my lord.
Or a courtier, which would say, "Good morrow, sweet lord, how does it go, sweet lord?" This might be Lord such-a-one who praises my lord such-a-one's horse, when he meant to beg it, might it not?
Aye, my lord.
Why, even so, and now my lady's worms, chapless and knocked about, the mazzard with a sexton's spade. Here's fine revolution, and we had the trick to see it. Did these bones cost no more than breeding, but to pay loggins at them, mine ain't to think on it.
A pick's axe and a spade, and for a shrouding she. Oh, a plate and to be made for such a guest is me.
Throws up another skull.
Why, there's another! And might that not be the skull of a lawyer? Where his quiddities, his quillets, his cases, his tenures, and his tricks? Why does he suffer this rude knave now to knock him about the sconce with a dirty shovel? Will not tell him the action of battery? This fellow might be its time to a great buyer of land, with his statutes, his recognizances, his fines, his double vouchers, his recoveries. Is it the fine of fines, the recovery of his recoveries, to have his fine pate full of fine dirt? Will his vouchers vouch him no more than his purchases, and double ones too, than that the length and breadth of a pair of his indentures? The very conveyances of his lands will hardly lie in this box, and the inheritor himself have no more. Ha!
Not a jot more, my lord.
Is not parchment made of sheepskins?
Aye, my lord, and of calf skins too.
Hamlet, after seeing two skulls thrown up from the grave, is contemplating who these people may have been and what they may have done in their lives, eventually coming to the conclusion that everybody earns nothing and becomes nothing at death.
They are sheep and calves which seek out assurance in that. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, sirrah?
Mine, sir. Oh, a pit of clay for to be meet for such a guest as me.
I think it be thine, for thou liest in it.
You lie on out, sir, and therefore it is not yours. For my part, I do not lie in, and yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it, to be in it say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest.
This is quick to lie, sir, till will gain away from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
For what woman then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul. She's dead.
Okay, so this is Ophelia's funeral, and Laertes is mad because she's not getting like a proper funeral, and the priest explains that the suicide is a horrible sin, and that's why she's not getting a proper funeral. And then Hamlet and Laertes fight because they're mad at each other. Go.
What ceremony else?
That is Laertes, a very noble name.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far enlarged as we have warranty her death was doubtful, and but that great command o'ersways the order, she should in ground unsanctified have lodged, till the last trumpet, for charitable prayers, shards, flints, and pebbles should be thrown on her. Yet here she is allowed her virgin krantz, her maid instruments, and the bringing home of bell and burial.
Must there no more be done?
No more be done. We should profane the service of the dead, to sing a requiem and such rest to her, as to peace parted souls.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, surely as priest, a ministering angel my sister shall be, while thou liest howling.
What, the fair Ophelia? Sweet to the sweet, farewell, scattering flowers. I hoped thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have been decked, sweet maid, and not have stewed thy grave.
O treble woe, fall 10 times treble on that cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth awhile, till I have caught her once more in mine arms. Now pile your dust upon the quick and dead, till of this flat a mountain you have made, to overtop old Pelion, head of blue Olympus.
Advancing.
What is he's grief bears such an emphasis, whose phrase of sorrow conjures the wandering stars, and makes them stand like a wonder-wounded hearers? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
Leaps into grave.
The devil take thy soul.
Thou prayest not well. I pray thee, take thy fingers from thy throat. For thou art not splendid and rash, yet I have something in me dangerous, which let thy wiseness hear. Hold off thy hand.
Pluck them asunder.
Hamlet, Hamlet!
Gentlemen.
Good my lord, be quiet.
Why, I will fight with him upon this step. Well, I will fight with him upon this theme, until my eyelids are no longer way.
For my son, what theme?
I loved Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
Oh, he is mad, Laertes.
For the love of God, forbear him.
Swoons, show me what thou do. Woot weep, woot fight, woot fast, woot tear thyself, woot drink up an easel? Eat a crocodile? I'll do. Dost thou come here to whine? To outface me with leaping into her grave? Be very quick with her, and so will I. And if thou prate of mountains, let them throw millions of acres on us, till our ground, singing his pate against the burning zone. Make also like a wart, nigh, and thou mouth, I'll rant as well as thou.
This is mere madness, and thus while the fit will work on him, anon as patient as the female dove, when that her golden couplets are closed, his signs will sit drooping.
Hear you, sir. What is the reason that you use me thus? I loved you ever, but it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and dog will have his day.
Okay, so this is the day after Ophelia's funeral, and Osric, a courtier, tells Hamlet that King Claudius wants Hamlet to fence with Laertes. And in this scene right now, Hamlet agrees to fight, and right now he's apologizing to Laertes for his behavior the previous day.
Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong. But pardon as you are a gentleman. This presence knows, and you must needs have heard, how I am punished with sword distraction. What I have done, that might your nature, honor and exception, roughly awake, I here proclaim was madness. Was it Hamlet wronging Laertes? Never Hamlet. If Hamlet from himself be taken away, and when he's not himself does wrong Laertes, then Hamlet does it not. Hamlet denies it. Who does it then? His madness, if it be so. Hamlet is of the faction that is wronged. His madness is poor Hamlet's enemy. Sir, in this audience, let my disclaiming for a proposed evil free me so far in your most generous thoughts that I have shot my arrow over the house and hurt my brother.
He blames his actions on his mental illness.
Unsatisfied nature, whose motive in this case should stir most my revenge. But in terms of my honor, I stand aloof, and will no reconcilement till by some elder masters in no honor I have a voice of precedent and peace, to keep my name ungored. But till that time, I do receive your offered love like love, and will not want.
Oh, I embrace it freely, and will this brother's wager frankly play. Give us the foils, come on.
Come, one for me.
I'll be your foil, Laertes, in my ignorance. Your skill shall, like a star in the darkest night, stick fiery off indeed.
Laertes steps away from Hamlet in anger.
You mock me, sir.
No, by this hand.
Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds on the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I have seen you both. But since he is the better, we have therefore odds.
This is too heavy. Let me see another.
This one likes me well. These foils have all length.
They prepare to play.
I'm a good lord.
Set me the soups of wine upon this table. If Hamlet give the first or second hit, or quit in answer of the third exchange, let all the battlements their ordnance fire. The king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath, and in the cup a union shall he throw, richer than that of 4 successive kings in Denmark's crown have worn.
So, King Claudius plans to drop a pearl into Hamlet's glass, but it's actually poison.
Give me the cups, and let the kettle to the trumpet speak, the trumpet to the cannoneer without, the cannons to the heavens, and the heavens to the earth. Now the king dunks to Hamlet. Come, begin, and you, the judge, bear a wary eye.
Come on, sir.
Come, my lord.
They play.
One! No! Judgment?
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again.
Stay, give me the drink. Hamlet, this pearl is mine. Here's to thy health.
Trumpet sound and cannon shut off within.
Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it a while. Come.
They play.
Another hit, what say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Our son shall win.
He's fat and scant of breath. Here, Hamlet, take thy napkin, rub thy brow. The queen cries to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude rises to drink from Hamlet's cup.
Good madam. Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you, pardon me.
It is the poison cup. It is too late.
I dare not drink it. By and by.
Come, let me wipe thy face.
My lord, I'll hit him now.
I do not think it.
And yet 'tis almost against my conscience.
Come for the third, Laertes. You but dally, I pray you. Pass with your best violence. I'm afraid you make a wanton of me.
Say you so, come on.
They play.
again.
Look to the queen there, though.
Oh, they bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord? So even though Hamlet's wound does not seem significant right now, it foreshadows his death.
How is it, Laertes?
Why is a woodcock to my own sponge, Osric? I'm justly killed with my own treachery.
How does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
No, the drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink. I am poisoned.
She dies.
Ho, Boney, ho! Let the door be locked. Treachery, seek it out.
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. Indeed, there is not half an hour of life. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and unvenomed. The foul practice hath turned itself on me low. Here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. I can no more. The king's to blame.
The point? In venom too, then venom to thy work. Oh. Treason! Treason!
Oh, yet defend me, friends. I am but hurt.
Here, thou incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, drink off this potion. Drink off this potion as thy union here. Follow my mother. Oh.
King Claudius dies.
Done.